I'm asked every few days what colours I use on Frost, what colours I use on which Warframe, and I've been asked several times, and I did say I was going to do this, so I guess it's time to actually do this. But let me just put this outright to begin with. I'm doing this under protest because I don't know how to do this. I don't particularly want to do this, and well, it's amazing, but there's a lot of people say they don't like the colours anyway. Well, each their own. Everybody uses different colours. It's why the colour customization is there, and there is so many different colour palettes to actually do this with. So I'll start with Frost because, well, Frost is my main go-to. The reason I don't use the Prime, I keep saying it's down to the formers, and once I finally got Frost Prime to the kind of level of Frost is at, it's, well, I've been using Frost since update 7. I want to say early update 7. It was the second frame I ever built. I just like the way the colours kind of fit, mainly on the coat at the back. And like the Prime is the better of the two frames, but it's just the colour that I tend to use, that I've gotten so used to using, fits normal Frost better, though Frost Prime with the Hailstorm skin goes so well on there, and I've actually got them set up with the Hailstorm skin. I use them in the Void, that's pretty much it. The rest of the time I just use Frost. And I think it solely comes down to the fact that I've had them so long, I kind of feel like I'm betraying Frost if I use Frost Prime. The orange, actually if I just put it up on the screen here, if I can get this edited right. The orange comes from the Halloween palette, which you can only get at Halloween. The green is the infested palette, if I remember rightly. Yeah. And the white, because this is the only three colours that are actually on them, isn't white. It's a very pale blue from the Easter palette, which only comes at Easter, same as the Halloween only comes out at Halloween. The reason I used the Easter palette is it was like the faintest blue I could find, because Frost, Ice is not really white. A pure ice is like it's got a blue tinge to it. And I thought it was funny at the time when the Easter palette first came out. God, I think that it was literally like the first Easter after the game came out with closed beta. It came out, and I've been using it on every frame ever since. And of course, his standard variant, if you want to call it that, is the same thing. It's the Easter palette blue and the orange, and just keeping his normal blue. And honestly, I'm starting to like this more and more because it still has the orange and it still uses that blue. Then of course there is Nova, which the normal Nova I just threw the Slipstream helmet on. I do have the, I'm trying to remember the name of it, the Immortal skin, but that's mainly because it looks like she's got a hand on her chest. That I'm not kidding. As soon as I seen this, it literally looks like a hand, and that's why I tend to use the Immortal skin over a standard skin. But even the standard skin, it was the same colours. This is how I ran her for ages. There was Evil Nova, which has since been retired, which was basically all black. And I mean, the purple variant of normal Nova is literally, it's black from the Smoke palette, the same blue, and people did get this right with the purple I use. It is from the Twilight palette. But when it comes to Nova that I tend to use now, it tends to be Nova Prime, 1.88 sprint speed, hell yes. And, well, on her I basically have the Tenogen skin, which, Saijin, yeah, some weird name. There is a better one out there, but I kind of like this one. And weirdly, it's the same person that made this that also made Frost Tailstorm skin, which I also use. But I'm going to leave that off for a second. Nope, wait, that's not meant to be on. Because the reason she ended up with these colours on is because, if I go to the standard her, there was one colour bleeding into another colour that bled into another. It was blue, bled into black, bled into purple. Because obviously blue and black, well, honestly, it just makes a darker black. But the purple at the bottom. So when I kind of started using her, I fitted the white at the top, went for the darker black with the smoke black, and the purple, Yeah, it is from the Twilight. And it just kind of, I ran around like that for ages until the skin came around, and then it kind of added more of that white in there, and now I just run around with her like this, also sporting the Slipstream helmet. And honestly, I think I'll leave that off here. I do have Frost Prime kind of set up now. It's actually not set up properly because I had to remove some mods because I was doing some stuff. And when it comes to Frost Prime, I do have the Hailstorm skin on, which if we'll go and have a look, you'll see is made by the same person who made the Frost one I've got. And that's pretty much all I've bought, but that bandana just fits so well on the back there, it really does. Which again, that's another 10 gen thing, so you've got to go to Steam to use that. And it was the same, it's just that white and the oranges, even though it looks more white here when it's not, it's really just a pale blue. And I did have a dark variant, that's, yeah, a dark variant like this, the black, purple, again that pale blue, set up on normal Frost, but I kind of lost it while I was playing with some colours and I can't get them set up correctly again, hence I just stick with Hailstorm because it is a nice skin. We interrupt this outro to bring you the winners of the 10 Platinum Code giveaway. I'll quickly throw something on the screen. Unfortunately, I don't have all the individual names to do it as I usually would because I kind of announced the winners in kind of a rush yesterday. I did announce them on Twitter. Well, I showed the same screenshot on Twitter if I'm honest. But the winners were notified on Sunday as they were supposed to be. It's just I didn't have the time to actually get round to do a proper video to announce them, so I'm kind of throwing this in here to say these are the winners. The codes have been sent to your YouTube inbox message system, and basically congratulations to those who actually won.